ACC play. Florida State, 8 of its last 10, 6 of its last 7. Two of the hottest power conference teams in America. Meeting for the second time this year, and Florida State at home controls the ball first.
It's been a long time since this place has been this juiced up, and there was tailgating in a parking lot this morning. So they're ready.
Atmosphere at the Tuck, and they're not going to like that as Watkins and the 6'11" sophomore Miller, the tallest team in the nation, Florida State, by average height, and they will go about 12 deep today.
And then Leonard Hamilton will say it's the smallest team he's had. He's got 3 7-footers coming in next year.
Here's Cadeau, aggressive early, the freshman from West Orange.
Healthy, Primo Spears and Cameron Corino, 2 players that did not play in the first matchup against North Carolina. And Primo Spears is a one-man press breaker, should the Heels look to press like they did in this first matchup.
Cadeau on the drive is fouled on the way up.
So aggressive to start the game because he would be the 5th option on the floor off game. He hasn't made one since, well, not in the calendar year. He hasn't made one since.
For North Carolina. There's Darren Green Jr., terrific three-point shooter being marked right now by R.J. Davis. They'll know where 22 is at all times if they're playing their assignments right. And they know where improved players in the ACC this year. After a season where he dealt with injuries, he was suspended by the NCAA 16 games because the cost of travel from Spain to the U.S. for a training camp was paid for him. % from the line. One of the best free throw shooting seasons at the moment in the history of the ACC. Only J.J. Redick had a better free throw shooting season to this point. There's the 3 for Harrison Ingram, who can really step out and stroke at the Stanford transfer.
Play in the 4 position, he can really stretch it around Bacot.
This guy can shoot too. Darren Green Jr., 348 three-pointer of his career.
That's the one guy you cannot lose if you're North Carolina on the perimeter.
Ingram again with back-to-back triples and 3 three-pointers made in the game in about 25 seconds.
And they've been switching the middle. That's usually the way they've started the game. They're not switching 1 through 5 right now.
Here's Green, another three-pointer over Bacot, around and out. The putback is there for DH points per game in the nation.
Keep in mind that's a big part of what Florida State does to score, though. They crash, and they don't lose anything with their team speed and getting back in transition because they press full court. So they're picking up early.
Davis got the switch to Baba Miller. Spears, Bacot's all over him. Spears has to throw it up near the rim. Brilliant defense on the ball by Bacot, who is rewarded for his efforts with a 3-point opportunity. His final year in college, or as Hubert Davis calls it, his 3rd final year in college. And Carolina looks to run it again. Davis has options on the wings. Up top for Withers. Stuck by Bol-Bol, and Watkins grabs it for FSU.
Back-to-back layups at the rim for the Heels. It's a break for the Florida State.
They take advantage with a Watkins 3.
Yeah, that's a big swing if you're Hubert Davis. That's 4 you didn't get and 3 they got in transition.
Davis pickpocketed by Primo Spears. It's a 3-on-none, and Spears will lay it in. Withers able to recollect his position, and Spears will reset. Florida State team that's won 6 of 7. Spears has been a big part of that. His elbow jumper is cleaned up by Bol-Bol. 7 straight over 1 minute and 2 seconds for FSU. Trimble, Washington gets free inside and finishes. Jalen Washington, whose playing time has been slashed of late.
Got quickness on the perimeter. Sometimes they switch the shoot. Sometimes Bacot's in drop coverage. They change it up. Like right here, drop coverage, high hands by Bacot. And then you get out to contest, and that's just a good shot by Primo.
He can make it. He's a good mid-range shooter, Primo Spears. A tough 2 to cut the lead to 4. Bacot back on the floor. Jalen Gainey, the grad transfer from Brown, right now is on the ball. And guarding Elliot Cadeau. Gets around Gainey, a screen from Bacot to spring free. And Cadeau will return to the...
To not turn it over.
Be raucous as Arkansas tries to right its season against Kentucky. Yeah, the rest of the league, it seems like, is collectively on the bubble right now in the ACC. Carolina will be a 1 seed, certainly. Duke and Clemson Look like they'll be tournament teams as well. Spears, not a good three-point shooter, and Miller with the long arms tapped it to Davis. Going 1 against 3 here. Davis had it taken off maybe the backboard. No goaltending call. Ryan dribbles it out to Cadeau. Back in for Bacot, who scores it. Great hustle play by Cormac Ryan. Couldn't convert. Ingram's got his 6th rebound of the game, and he can take it down the floor, too. Nickelberry tried to draw the charge. No call. Davis passes up the 3. Bacot couldn't catch. Davis on the cut. Davis on the floater. It's beautiful.
He's got the best float game in the ACC. You have to know how to get the ball to the rim over taller defenders.
In the ACC at 21 per game. He's well on pace to do that. Here's a 3 for Jackson. He sticks it. Just his 8th of the season, Chandler Jackson.
Just really good ball movement by Florida State. Boy, this game's picking up.
Cadeau will get back to the line. Jackson after the 3 in the middle. His first year.
One of the great listens in
the right colors. It just feels like college basketball, so he can't win. Florida State player with multiple field goals in the game. Primo Spears. 8 different Seminoles have scored.
11 different players have played.
Watkins with a strong post. Watkins is fouled and finishes. Games, he's made 29. That's an average of 6. They're still not quite on the bubble because they have 3 quad 3 losses. But they're 5 and 4 in quads 1 and 2. So you got to win.
3 Pac-12 teams with Colorado on the bubble, and I think they're going to make it.
At a win probability of 99.3% in that game.
Timeout.
And then a takeaway on the other end for Carolina. Trimble is fouled by Miller. % free throw shooter. It's in. Lady Vol is only behind undefeated South Carolina.
Go down a little bit here.
Zayden Pye with a rebound. His first action. Paxson Wojcik's on the floor for the first time as UNC goes very deep in the bench.
I mean, they're watching that matchup right there, Green. There's no question that's going to be a foul.
He's draped all around him.
I mean, I'm watching that match.
Misses it, though. 80% on the year. Darren Green's got the rebound. Green with a hard drive off the wrong foot. Scores it. Within 1. Into Bacot, knocked away by Green, who saves it in front of his own bench.
Here comes the 3.
Noles looking for their first lead. Spears will give it to him. And then Davis answers.
What a response.
For all of that, Carolina turns it over anyway. That's 9 in the first half for UNC. It's their most versus an ACC opponent and a half this year. Another 3 for Florida State. This one is from Watkins.
To help, you should have stayed on the shooter.
North Carolina on pace for the best 3-point defense in school history. They've given up 7 in the first half. Spears has his 2nd, and the Seminoles lead by 6. This is uncharacteristic for FSU.
And Darren Green has only made 1.
Amazing.
Their best 3-point shooter.
Trimble trying to take control. He gets fouled on 30%. Sorry,
Kevin. It's supposed to be good. North Carolina.
Seth Trimble makes a couple of free. Primo Spears leading the way with 10. Primo Spears missing the jumper. Bo Bowen has the offensive rebound. It was kept alive by Corin.
They jump shooters know that they're not leveling off the screen at that point for North Carolina, so that's an open jump shot for them.
Ingram snatched the miss from Davis. It's still alive. It's Bacot throwing it on the rim. Paxson Wojcik is in there, and Wojcik, of all people, finishes.
What a tough
single basket. 8 offensive rebounds for Carolina in the first half. Jackson spinning around Wojcik. Jackson kept that dribble going.
That's pretty good D. That's just a better jump shot.
6 points. Ryan. All kinds of contact there. Florida State bench wanted to tie up and won't get it. Cormac Ryan, a brilliant free throw shooter, will get 2. 49.5 of the half. 8:30 Eastern. NBA basketball on ABC. Oh,
For the last shot here.
Heels led this game 19-8.
They really haven't played through Bacot in the first half. That's going to change in the second.
Only taking 3 shots. Bacot the screener on Green. Look at the drive by Davis, left to right, couldn't finish. And it's North Carolina ball with 2.5 to shoot. Was headed out of the game. He'll stay in with 2.5 to go.
Time for 2 dribbles.
Oh, Ingram couldn't catch it. Nickelberry's hoist. It was off target. What a scene. Took the possession live off the Cormac Ryan miss. R.J. Davis with 10 to lead UNC, but 3 turnovers for the ACC's leading scorer. Florida State led by Watkins and Spears, each with 10. Here's Cadeau starting the second half. State, Baba Miller, Darren Green Jr., Deontay Green, Jameer Watkins, Jalen Worley. 8 different players scored, 11 different Seminoles played in the first half. Green, pull up 2. You wanted to see him get going, and right on cue. UCF. Cadeau against Deontay Green. And Green knocks it away from him. Another turnover, the 13th. Watkins out for 3 for Green.
Too good.
Largest lead for Florida State. Green into double figures in a flash. Ingram will try to back him down. Back for Ryan. And finally, Ryan hits from deep. He was 0 for 3 to start. They need him to get going this season, Ryan. The Notre Dame transfer. The 29% shooter this year from deep. Watkins, a 10-point first half. Did turn it over 4 times. Worley over Davis. Maybe Cadeau. Big height advantage and a big 2 for the Noles point guard. Now here's Davis pulling up over Green.
I mean,
it's a one-man fast break. Florida State does struggle with fouls. A foul at one of the most frequent rates in the country. Carolina's been on the line a lot today. Ryan, a catch and shoot. His second 3 of the half.
You lean towards helping a little bit, and that gives more separation to Ryan.
Tough catch by Green. Ingram's got another rebound. Davis, one-man turbo charge. Floats it home, and Carolina's got...
Through the elevator door screens, and Cormac Ryan is right there on his hip.
And Worley floats it over Cadeau. Florida State's got Primo Spears back in the game. He's a team best plus 13 in the first half. In there for Worley. Ingram shot ready. Ingram rattles home his third 3, and North Carolina is back up.
Did not see in the first half.
6 assists for Cadeau, too, who's been very alert to all of that off-ball movement. There's Green. That's a 2, and that is Cormac Ryan with 7 points for Carolina. All 5 starters between 5 and 14, with Davis leading the way with those 14 points. Cadeau has been a great distributor and scorer today, and Elliot Cadeau will return to the free throw line with 11 points and 6 assists. They get 12.
They helped them build that lead.
North Carolina started 11 for 29. They've hit 7 of their last 8. Davis has the switch with a big man, Gainey. 2-time Ivy League Defensive Player of the Year. Brown, Davis up the floor, Cadeau. He's got the switch with Gainey now. What will Cadeau do with it? Driving into Gainey, got around him, got to the rim and scored.
Matches are only $100 each for pediatric cancer research, and nobody's done more for that than Dickie V. And the winner and the guest will get surprises that you simply can't.
Tallahassee.
I mean, since Dickie V can't say it, he wants me.
RJ's got 16 today. Baba Miller 0 for 1.5. And they're being outscored 22 to 11. UNC is 9 for 10 now in the second half. And leading by 6. Cadeau got Green in the air, drives it again, and Cadeau, who has lived at the...
Thank you, Steve Kirshner.
Simeon Wiltshire was headed to North Carolina. He decided to... Cadeau gets a breather near the under 12 as well. Harrison Ingram returns. Spears, wild drive, cleaned up by Green. And what do we have here?
Deontay Green was grabbed the rim.
Diane's in as well.
Let's see right here.
Yep, right hand.
Will be
With a 6'11" inbounder in Miller. Watkins on the drive. Whoa! Dunked it so hard it ended up in the backcourt on a bounce.
Yeah, that's 2 points at the rim he's missed. Back to back.
He'll drive it again. This time he'll hand it off. Corum will finish at the rim, and finally.
He has it in his back pocket because the North Carolina guards are so downhill right now that they can't keep him in front.
Cadeau and Davis have scored 13 points combined in the second half. Ingram fouled. That'll be Watkins' 4th.
Big screen inside the home court. Such a
Coming in on angry Florida State students. Ingram goes 2 for 2.
games. Look at that rebounding number right there. 19 rebounds on January 10th. He's a McDonald's All-American, and his parents own McDonald's.
Percent foul shooter. And he misses the front end. Really using that right arm, Miller. He got away with it, and then Bacot cleans it up on the rim, taking it away from Worley. Trimble into Miller. Trimble, no. Can anybody make a basket? There were stretches where it seemed like nobody could miss. Corum. There you go. Ryan, good luck. Left it short. Rebound, Ingram, another one. Bacot will throw it to Ryan. He's confident. He's got his 3rd three of the half. North Carolina, 8 threes made in the game. They are nearly at their game-high lead. It was 11 in the first half. Spears a pull-up 3. Wow.
That's a tough bucket. High hands on the close.
Beat Florida State in ACC play this year. Lennon Hamilton Seminoles have won 6 of their last 7. On the comeback trail here at home. Chandler Jackson into the body of Jalen Withers. Jackson puts it in, and he's 3 for 3. 6 and change to go. The only starter is Worley.
Yeah, and the best scorer on the floor is Primo.
Jackson into Davis. Jackson again. He puts it home. Chandler Jackson with a huge lift off the Seminole bench.
He really uses his body well to shield the defense.
Davis on Gainey. Davis steps inside and banks it home. Losing 5 at as deep as they go.
Oh no, you're going to go hard as you can for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And he'll
This probably won't be the last
No, it won't.
substitutions for Leonard. This might be the 5 for Carolina, though. The starters. Cadeau's misses. Tipped in by Ingram. Right on the top of the rim. Was it in the cylinder or not is the question. The ruling a legal basket for a 7-point lead. And a foul against R.J. Davis will send Watkins to the line. This is a 1-on-1 for their second-best free throw shooter. And Watkins for the dozen. Over the nation's number 3 team, they're right back in the conversation, and also a game off first in the ACC. Watkins in trouble. Found Jackson. He misses a 3. Ryan was a little late to close out, though. And Jackson chased the ball down. And here he is off the bench with 4 for 5 at the line. The rest of the Seminoles are now one's on Davis. He's not near the ball. It's a steal for Spears. All the way home. He floats it in with a layup. And it's a 2-point game.
5-second, and North Carolina had to call 2 timeouts, not being able to inbound the ball.
R.J. Davis, leading scorer in the ACC at 21 a game. Guarded by Deontay Green. A step-back 3. No good. Rebound Miller. Florida State can tie or take the lead. Miller, Spears, Watkins, Green, and Green. It's Watkins. Big height advantage. Watkins double team, stripped by Ingram. Kyle Green, 12 in the game. He's over in the right corner now. Miller back behind for Watkins. No, he missed it for the lead. Cadeau gets it across the timeline with 1:35 remaining.
They're clearing it out for Cadeau.
One of his best games as a collegiate. Left-handed shot, missed it. Rebound down to Spears. Minute 22-point game. Primo Spears will get it back to Green. Spears gets a screen from Deontay Green. Spears lost it out of bounds, and it's last touched by Spears. That is the call. Simultaneously here. It may be a tough one to overturn, given how close those angles help face guard Cadeau and Davis. Inbound to Davis. Watkins has 4 fouls. He'll pull off it. What an afternoon this has been at Tallahassee. And there's a minute left, at least.
RJ Davis is not going to give it up here.
On the switch with Green. Davis with 19. Davis with a dribble. Davis with 7 to shoot. Davis with a right-handed shot in the lane to make it a 2-possession game.
He wants the big moments, and he has earned the opportunity to take those shots.
Right at his season average of exactly 21. Watkins spins, stuffed by Ingram.
I think you got a foul.
Have to. And it's going to be Green fouling Davis, the best free throw shooter. Team that, of course, Davis hits 2 more at the line. He's up to 20.
The 3-point line.
Spears will take it. Primo Spears. Need a couple of threes here. He's going to go for 2. No foul. Miller misses the tip. Ingram wrestles the rebound. Ingram gets it to Davis, who is fouled with 19.2.
Plays. They keep the pressure on for 40 minutes.
All year. Outscoring, there's an RJ Davis miss. Outscoring ACC opponents by 11 points per game in second halves this year. Right now they're plus 12 in the second half. Green misses a 3. Davis has it. Up ahead to Bacot. No need to foul. It's North Carolina's night. It always seems to be right now in the ACC. A 9-0 start for the Tar Heels, who take down Florida State in a really good basketball game in Tallahassee.